Anastasia, and today we are going to make a scrunchie. Hello 1982, you are back and alive and well. Scrunchies are a great way to use up your fabric stash. When you have all those little extra bits of fabric left, you can make fabulous hair ties. If you haven't seen my Patreon page yet, hop on over to Patreon. The link's down below, and you can check out all the cool ways you can support Sew Anastasia and keep us growing. For this project, you're going to need a little bit of elastic, literally a little bit, and we're also gonna need some fabric. I'm using a cotton plain weave, but you can really use any fabric you like, and we're going to need a really big safety pin and matching thread. For the scrunchie I'm making, you're going to need 7 inches of elastic. My elastic is a 1/2 inch wide. Yours could be wider or thinner. And I cut my fabric 4 inches wide by 44 inches long because I want a super gathered scrunchie. Depending on the scrunchie you're making, you can use more or less fabric in the length. It just depends how much scrunch you want. Now let's head over to the sewing machine and sew this scrunchie up. Today I'm going to be using the Husqvarna Viking Epic 980Q. You can use any sewing machine that has a straight stitch on it. So I have my straight stitch selected and we're ready to sew. The first step is folding your fabric long ways and sewing it up 1/4 inch on the side. Make sure you backstitch. Now I like to leave an opening in the middle so that I can turn it right side out. So I'm gonna backstitch again. I'm gonna cut my thread. I'm gonna move up about 2 inches and I'm gonna start again. Make sure you backstitch. Now when you get to the very end, make sure you backstitch and cut. Now that we have our tube sewn up, we need to take our safety pin and turn it right side out. Now grab your safety pin, pin it to the end, and let's turn our tube right side out. So you're really feeling it with your fingers and you're pushing the pin down and pulling the fabric back. Voila, we have the tube right side out. Now that we have it turned right side out, let's go back over to the sewing machine and sew it up. Next, we need to sew these ends together and make them fit together. But how do we do that? I don't just want to sew it flat, because I don't want a flat edge in my scrunchie. So what I'm going to do is place these together with both of the seam lines matching. And I'm going to put the pin through just 2 sides and close it. Now remember that opening we left in the scrunchie, which is down here? We are going to take the tip of the pin and we're going to put it in the side. And now I want the pin to come out of the opening. And I'm going to pull the fabric over the other piece. Now I'm pulling this side of the tube over the other one. And when I do that, notice how this tube is up inside of that one. So now I have both of the ends right here. So I can undo the safety pin. And now I have this little circle. So now what we want to do is sew around this little circle. And then we will have a continuous tube. Now we're going to sew around in that little circle. So just keep moving the circle as you sew. If you sew doll clothes, you'll understand how hard it is to sew little pieces. Just keep moving it around and around. And then when you get to where you started, just backstitch and cut. So now you can see we've sewn all the way around that little miniature circle. So now our shape looks like this with the tube. We've just sewn up the end, and now I can pull that tube out of the other one. And we have a circle. Now, where we left that opening, we're going to insert the elastic. Now put the elastic on your safety pin. And now we are going to put the elastic in our opening on our scrunchie. But where did it go? There it is. Okay, we're gonna scrunch it up. So let's take our safety pin with elastic, put it in the opening, and we're gonna push it all the way around the tube of fabric, creating the scrunch. pull it down your elastic. I'm holding it in my hand, don't let go of it. Okay, we're coming to the other end. Now, here's the other end of the safety pin and the end of the elastic. So we want to go ahead, hold it, don't let go, undo the safety pin, and now we are going to overlap the elastic and sew over it. I like to go over my elastic overlapping 2 or 3 times so that it's nice and secure. Now what we need to do is close up this hole, so we are just gonna pull it nicely together and we're gonna give it a little edge stitch. We did it! We finished our scrunchie. So I would say this is a super high-end scrunchie because we did not skimp on the fabric and there's no flat area in it where you sew over it. Because I know you've probably seen a tutorial where they just sew over it flat. So ours is one continuous circle. So you can wear it on your wrist or put it in your hair. I totally used to wear scrunchies in the 80s and 90s when I was a kid. And well, it's back. Thanks so much for watching how to make a scrunchie with me today. If you have any questions or comments, leave them down below and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. If you liked the video, make sure you give it a thumbs up, hit the notification button, and subscribe to my channel so you can see all the other cool videos that we do. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram at @SewAnastasia and Anastasia Chatzka. And if you're in Chicago, take a sewing class with me, or I'd love to make you something custom. And if you haven't seen my Patreon page, hop on over to Patreon, check it out, and see all the ways you can help grow Sew Anastasia. Thanks so much for watching. Bye!